I've got someone I want to introduce to you. It's Jim Manderfield. Jim is a realtor, friend, my business partner, and I know these videos, if you watch the channel for a while, I don't even know if anybody watches consistently or just here and there you find a video, but I've been doing them by myself. I'm excited to be having Jim be a part of these now. Jim has lived in Des Moines for longer than I've been alive. I think two times as long as I've been alive or something like that. And I'm also not from here. I grew up in Northwest Iowa. Did you grow up in Des Moines?
Northeast Iowa.
Okay. But you've lived here since?
Since 1980, after graduating from Iowa State.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I moved here about a year and a half ago with my wife, and she grew up in Johnston. And I feel like you don't have to live here too long before you start hearing about the Johnston School District and how desirable it is. Even on a price per square foot basis, the houses in the Johnston School District, I was looking at the numbers this morning, and they're higher than just about every other suburb in the area, except for Waukee, which is a little different. It's a lot bigger there. But we're gonna be just showing you Johnston today, talking about the schools and what exactly it is about them that makes it so desirable for everyone to know that this is one of the top school systems in both the metro and the state. All right, so Jim and I are both here outside of Johnston High School right now. You can see it behind us. Talk a little bit about the building, Jim. I think this was pretty new that they built this.
Yeah, this is the newest facility in Johnston. It's when it was built, it was the largest school building under one roof. I think it still is. It's probably, I think, about 4 years old right now, but it's a state-of-the-art facility for high school students in 10th through 12th grade.
Yeah. And we were already talking about how just there's this idea that Johnston is a very good school district. I don't know if you wanted to touch on some of the data behind that and just like by the numbers, what Johnston looks like.
Sure.
Ranking in terms of the state.
Yeah, Johnston consists of about 7,250 students in kindergarten or pre-kindergarten through 12th grade or so. They have a graduation rate that ranks in the top 1% statewide. It's at 97.4%. In doing a little research, they have a number of national merits, scholarship winners, etc. They actually, one of the neat things about Johnston, it's a very diverse community. They have their student bodies made up of 74 different languages. We experience a little bit of that at our church because we have a group that meets on Monday night with some of the international students to do some coaching and things. So if you're looking for worldwide education, yeah, Johnston's one of those schools that can offer that.
Yeah, so we both go to North Point Church, which is just a couple minutes down the road here. And like Jim was saying, they have after school programs, study table on Monday nights. They have overtime, which is a place for students to go, a safe place after football games.
Yep.
So they're very involved. And Johnston School District is not just exclusively for Johnston, the city. There are some other suburbs in the area, right, Jim, that are part of the school district here in Johnston?
Right. One of the things that's unique, at least with our schools around here, is that the city municipality boundaries don't always coincide with city boundaries. Mm-hmm. So for example, with Johnston, I think you actually have mapping territory that encompasses 7 or 8 communities, but really the student bodies are made up of 4 communities here. There's Johnston itself. There's a portion of Urbandale, which is just to the south of Johnston. If you live north of Meredith Drive, you're in the Johnston School District. There's Grimes to the north and west of us here, very close. And then there's also a small area of the northwest part of Des Moines that's east of Merle Hay Road, north of Aurora Avenue. That's also part of Johnston Schools, yeah, too.
Great. And the Johnston facilities, there's one high school and there's multiple middle and elementary schools around Johnston, is that right?
True. Johnston District was started in 1914. Currently they have 5 elementary schools, and then those 5 schools feed into 2 middle schools. The elementary schools are K through 5th grade, all of them. The middle schools, one of them is a 6th, 7th grade building that they funnel to, and then the other middle school is an 8th, 9th grade building that they funnel to. And then of course the high school, like we said, this is 9th through 12th grades here.
There's some unique rules with the busing system in Johnston.
Yes, Johnston provides free busing to students. If you live and have elementary students and you're within a mile of the elementary school attending, there's not busing provided them. Or if you have a high school student and are within 2 miles, there's not busing provided. But with those outside those exceptions, there is busing for students. I know in our neighborhood of Urbandale, we have at least 2 buses, if not 3, that go through there every morning. For parents that want to provide busing for their students, there is an option provided for that. You pay $250 per semester, and then you have to make sure your student gets to one of the existing bus stops closest to you. But that's another service that they provide.
Yep. And that would be for parents who live within that 1 mile radius for middle and elementary schools and 2 mile radius for the high school.
Correct, yeah. If they wanted to have busing provided, it can be just at an expense, and you have to get the student to the nearest pickup point.
Yeah, and if you're not from Iowa, we're in October now, and it's beautiful weather out here lately. In my neighborhood, I live just a 1/4 mile from Summit Middle School and Horizon Elementary, and every morning there are just hundreds of parents and kids walking to school because they don't have that bus transportation. In the winter, they still do that, but it's just far less enjoyable because the weather here, frankly, sucks between
It's always
November,
good out here. Matt. What are you talking about?
November to March, sometimes later. And then we're coming up on the Johnston football field too up here, and we have 2 football fields. Is that right, Jim?
Yes, there was a football field, baseball complex, softball over at the original Johnston High School before this. That has now been converted into one of the middle schools for the 8th and 9th grade students. But the new high school here has a brand new state-of-the-art football field that is one of the top ones in the metro area here. So, team names are the Dragons too. So,
yes, Roll Drags is the phrase you'll hear a lot.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Real Drags.
So Roll Drags.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
a
Roll Tide.
lot of my friends in college were from Johnston.
Okay. Okay. I did not know that. It's been a while since I've been in college. So.
All right. So Jim had to run, but before we wrap up today, I want to show you guys. It's actually a different day, but I'm getting back out here to show you a listing that's up in Johnston right now for $580,000. There is a wide variety of homes in the area. When you want to live close to Johnston High School, you're looking at anywhere from a $240,000 condo up to a house that's $1.3 million. This one, right down the middle, it's got a private backyard. It's 3,000 plus finished square feet. I think 3,700 to be exact, including the basement finish. It's beautiful. Let's check it out. All right, well, that's where we're going to wrap up for today. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. If there is anything else you want to know about the Johnston School District, about this house, about the Des Moines Metro, anything related to moving here or real estate in the area, please let me know. I'd be happy to help in any way I can. Jim and I both would. If you have a second and would want to like and subscribe to the channel, that'd be amazing. If there's any other areas you want us to do videos on the schools of, comment below. And as always, reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.